Welcome back, guys. In the previous part of Zetman, we observed Jin transform into Zet for the first time and lost his consciousness. Also, we got introduced with Seiji for first time. After that incident, several years later, Kuga, now an adult, watches news broadcasts on television about fire incidents that have recently occurred frequently and have claimed many lives. The fire incident was caused by a player who chose to break Evol's rules so he could do whatever he wanted, including killing humans. Kuga, who still aspires to become an enforcer of justice, is determined to uncover the Master Minbin the fire incident, even though he doesn't have superpowers. Elsewhere, Konoha, who has now become a high school girl, is seen distributing food to the poor and homeless with her mother, and suddenly she reunited with Jin, who had disappeared after the death of his grandfather. She recognized him from the ring embedded inside his wrist. He still recognizes and praises her because she always helps the poor. Konoha then met her older brother, Kuga, and told him about Jin. Knowing that Jin is still alive and in good condition, he also looks relieved and hopes to meet Jin. Elsewhere, Jin is battling the player who causes a fire incident in an apartment building. Kuga and his team, including Konoha, arrive there to catch the mastermind behind the fire incident. When Kuga went inside, he instead met Jin, who was about to save a mother and her two children who were still trapped in the room. Kuga prioritized the victim's rescue mission. Meanwhile, Jin is back, fighting the player who attacks him repeatedly while raving about his hatred for humanity. Jin awakens the Zet power in him, which surprises the player and calls him the charisma. After transforming into Zet, he can easily defeat the player and extinguish the fire by tearing down the building. However, just like before, after using the power of Zet, he collapsed, unconscious because his body was exhausted. Mitsuge, who had been keeping an eye on Jin because he was Zet, took him to a secret facility belonging to the Amagi Corporation to revive the power of Zet in his body. Mitsuge uses Akemi as bait. Seeing her, who was weak and helpless and became a prisoner of the player, Jin immediately became angry and finally awakened the power of Zet. The player who became Jin's opponent this time turned out to be a Zet clone. Still the subject of experiments by scientists, Zet's red clone then attacked him repeatedly and felt proud when he fell down and did not respond to his attacks. However, in the end, Jin overthrew Zet's red clone with just one light blow. Although he had not awakened Zet's power to perfect level, his current strength had exceeded Mitsuge's expectations. However, the cells in Jin's body began to deteriorate, so Mitsuge then asked Guru for help to overcome the problem. Some time ago, Mitsuge ordered his men to bring Guru's corpse to the Amagi Corporation's facility. Afterward, his head was hooked to a computer to obtain unknown information about Zet or Jin. He told them they had to kill the player still near Jin. Mitsuge also wonders who the player is because Zet's clone has died. One of the scientists, a man named Kishimoto, tells him that the woman who looks like Akemi is actually a play. Because of that, they had to kill her so that Jin could return to his human form. After Jin finally woke up, he immediately felt angry at what Mitsuge had done to his foster mother. However, Mitsuge ignores this, taking him to an underground facility called the Forgotten Zone. There, Mitsuge shows the Ring of Exposures, which relates to Angel's ring in Jin's body. Mitsuge then explains the origins of the players who were once humans through a phenomenon called regression. The Ring of Exposures could turn them into violent, bloodthirsty monsters who came to be known as the players. He does not deny that he is the one who created the players and made the battles between the monsters a betting arena to raise funds to perfect his experiments. However, things get out of control, so Mitsuge enlists Guru's help to create the hunter, who will be tasked with exterminating the monsters, which is none other than Zet. Mitsuge also reveals to Jin that Guru is actually Jin's father, and he actually refuses to make Jin a Zet. However, Jin could not escape his fate, so Mitsuge asked him to help fight the monsters. After that, Mitsuge invites Jin out and shows that Akemi is alive and well. But Mitsuge forbids him to meet Akemi because her safety will be threatened if he is near her. He became very sad and frustrated because he could no longer live with his beloved foster mother. Even so, Jin will do whatever it takes, including becoming a Zet and achieving his perfect form to protect Akemi and everyone else from the players who want to destroy humanity. However, he puts some conditions on Mitsuge. And here the episode 2 and 3 ends. I hope you liked the video and comment below what you want to watch next.